How long does it really take to build a custom home in 2026? How important is it to hire an experienced builder? Do you really think we don't want to build your house?
You don't know that it's a chain reaction.
You guys are screaming at it. I was like, what's taking so long? You want to know why it's not here next week. And that's why we're doing these podcasts, because we want you guys to be prepared. How long does it really take to build a custom home in 2026?
We actually covered this episode 2 last year, but because it's a new year, I think we should cover it again because things have changed.
So let's talk about what homeowners should realistically expect in 2026 to build a custom home.
Great idea. Let's start with the phases.
Okay, yeah, like phase 1, right? Let's go planning and design, permits and approvals, and construction time, right? So those 3 are kind of at the forefront of what takes so long to build.
So I think starting with planning and design goes all the way back to the beginning of the process, right? Architectural plans, engineering.
I'm sure we're going to say engineering a few times in this episode.
And then selections. I think those 3 things together can hurt a timeline or help a timeline.
Yes. I mean, we give people an estimated completion time, right?
Yes.
But then all these things that come into play keep pushing that timeline back. And a lot of them aren't our fault or out of our control. So just like permits, right, and approvals, like we have no control over that. The county can take 2 months, 3 months. They can take 6 months, 8 months. And the more you call them, then the more they get mad at you and put you to the bottom of the list. So we try not to call, and you try to send nice, friendly emails. They're just like nudge, nudge. Hey, how's my plans looking?
Yeah, you don't want to be at the bottom, that's for sure.
Meantime, you guys are screaming at it. I was like, what's taking so long? And, do you really think we don't want to build your house?
We definitely do.
Yeah. So, and then the construction process itself, you have weather delays, you have material delays, you have, delays that we don't expect to happen, but they do. So then that adds to their frustration already being with the county and the cities taking so long to get the permits done. So when it's time to start and we have to stop at any point, now it's like, why are we stopping? What's taking so long again, right?
Yes, I think it's important to mention during this time what we've been going through currently, right? With selections, appliances, some tile, slabs, like they're coming from all over the place. And due to tariffs and things like that, I mean, just for a tub filler, we've had 3 extensions thus far on just a tub filler, so that is out of our control. We ordered it, but now it's been pushed back, 3 times already. So, and that's happening with a lot of things, a lot of selections and
even when we order early, right? So just a simple little tub filler, you think is not a big deal, right? But what happens is the plumber can't finish what he needs to do in the ground to connect the tub filler, right? Then the flooring guy can't finish the floor because he needs the plumber to finish his section, right? And then the baseboards and paint can't happen because they're waiting for that. So, again, it's
not just a tub filler.
Not just a tub filler.
Right.
Or windows or my door. Where's my door? It's 8 weeks out. Why,
Yes.
Well, it's 10 foot high, 8 foot wide pivot door.
It's not just your normal little door.
Coming from Europe, right? And you want to know why it's not here next week.
Yes. That was such a good point because, I mean, if you haven't been through this process, you really do think it's just a tub filler, right? You don't know that it's a chain reaction and one goes off of another, right? You need all these things to be done in order for your tub filler to actually go in and set your tub and those things. So that was a really good point.
And the point of all this is we try to prep our clients ahead of time so that when things like this come up, it's not a huge issue, right? They're like prepared for it. And that's why we're doing these podcasts, because we want you guys to be prepared or at least have an expectation of what could possibly happen, right? If that doesn't happen, great. Even though we order ahead of time, we try to order as early as possible, we want them to be prepared. So some other delay causes would include like changes that are being made. Permits, we've already talked about. Any revisions through the building plans that need to be changed, right? They have to be resubmitted back,
Structural.
right? Structural changes, especially. And then lead times. And I think we talked about selections. It's good to have the clients pick their product early as opposed to the week before we need it.
Yes. And we have, I think, worked really hard on that. But again, what comes to play, I know we talked about this on another episode, but it's the Pinterest and TikTok.
Yes.
They're like, oh, I changed my mind. They send me an email, Chantel, I saw something last night. I think this will look better. Can we change? And I'm thinking in my head, of course you can change. Like, it's your home. But I'm like, no, we just selected everything. We got everything perfect. And then that causes a delay because you go from black to, champagne. It's like a chain reaction. Everything now needs a change in the house. It's not just one thing. So I think they have to realize that also can cause delays. It seems really small and minute, but in the grand scheme of things, it is.
And this one is for a really good friend of ours and client, friends. We love them to death, but she knows who she is, and she's watching this podcast. She knows at 2 a.m. she's sending me TikTok, Instagram. I can open up my phone right now. Where's my phone? I'll open up my phone right now and show you about 30 things that I get saying, can we do this? Can we do this? How about this? How about this? And of course we can do them all because we love you guys, but you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are.
I got it now.
Yeah. And again, we love them to death. They're one of our better friends that we travel the world with. So nothing but love to you. What can speed up the process? Let's talk about that.
Your selections and sticking to them.
Oh, okay. So not changing once a
yes.
week? Okay.
Sticking to your selections.
Final selections, right?
Yes.
How important is it for them to finalize what they want, stick to it, let's move on?
Oh, it makes things so much easier. I mean, we're in a new facility, as we've talked about, and we're able to store things at our warehouse, which makes it so much easier because it's here. It's ready to go when the plumber needs it. It's ready to go when the tile installer needs. Like, everything is here and ready to go. Just one thing after another can just slide right on.
And that kind of goes into play with material changes, right?
Yes.
So like the type of material. So if you want a certain type of quartz or quartzite, and then we get it all prepped and we pick out the slabs and, we got the whole thing ready to go. And then it's like, well, I think I want to change the color.
No. I'm sorry.
Right? And then we have to hunt down enough slabs for that color and they all have to match.
Yes. Then sometimes pricing, right? That comes into play as well when you're changing things. And if we've gotten it, has the fabricator received it? Like, right. I mean, there's a whole...
And then how about financing in place?
Very important also.
Right.
That helps to keep things rolling and going.
So anytime we get financing delays or, because banks always change what they're doing or what their rates are. And sometimes you have to go out and shop for a different lender for the construction loan. But all that stuff, we try to get them to get it ahead of time, ready to go. But then at the same time, we don't want them to close too early because then the banks are like, yeah, close. And it's like, we don't have permits yet. Wait.
Not yet. Yes, there's that. And then also, even with that, kind of staying on top of the draws, like we'll submit. Some banks are like on it in 2 days. Some banks take 2 weeks. So it's staying on that as well.
And then how important is it to hire an experienced builder?
Very.
That can navigate you through all these things that we're talking about now.
Yes, very, very important because there are a lot of things. I don't know how much I can stress that we go through in order to prepare to get their home built in a timely manner, right? So having someone who's been through the process before and knows those things is very important. I mean, you got to start somewhere though, right? I mean, we started before we were like, oh, what's next and what's happening and, so, but getting to the point where we are now, things move a lot smoother.
Yeah. And just having a builder, when you sit down to talk to any builder, even us, right? You want to ask these questions. How do you manage permit delays? How do you deal with material delays coming from another country or out of state? They should have answers for you, right? As far as how they handle it, or they should bring it up ahead of time so that you're more prepared, like we're doing now, right? We tell our clients all these things that we're talking about here, so that they're prepared for that kind of thing. If you have a builder who says, "Oh no, I can build it in a year, we'll be done," I would be cautious of that,
Yes.
right? And so back to the initial question of this whole episode is, how long does it take to build in 2026,
Mm-hmm.
right? Right now we're saying 2 years. That's what we give everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you like to even go further on that, but
I do.
yeah, but I'm saying 2 years from permit issuance,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
And then all the things that go along with that, and then the actual starting the build,
Mm-hmm.
because we can build a house in about a year and a half, even with some delays and some things, and then the permitting and all that up front. But we say 2 years, and then we finish in a year and a half.
Great.
We get a 5-star review, right?
Thanks for tuning into another episode. If you're planning on building a custom home or even remodeling and you have questions, please put them in the comments below.
As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as we have more episodes coming up on the custom home building process, remodeling, and ADUs.